Welcome to episode 86 of the Bikini Besties podcast. I'm Lo.
Kaylia.
Stephanie.
And this week's episode, guys, after a long time, we're doing some actual updates and discussing transitioning to life season. It's already mid-February, and how long has it been since we've given updates?
Well, I thought since Christmas, but
It's been about 3 weeks.
it's just been 3 weeks. I just don't know where I'm at.
It's been like 3 or 4 weeks because it's
Yeah.
been a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot has happened and a lot hasn't happened or changed. Because it's kind of like that time of year, I feel like, where some people are starting prep, some people are not. And it's just kind of like we're all getting to the I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I'm just over winter now.
Oh,
Yeah.
so over.
There's no more winter
I'm always
holidays.
over winter, though. The
I'm
minute
just
it
over
starts.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, here we go.
At least it's staying light later. That makes it semi more bearable.
Yeah. Idaho has been, this has been a warmer winter, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
It's been,
We're going to hate it in the summer.
Yeah.
There's going to be a drought.
It's been warmer, but I wouldn't say I'm not going to complain.
like I'm so complaining.
But the biggest change has been Kaylia starting prep.
Yeah.
Announced.
So,
Yeah.
the last few weeks has been like, you just saying like the boring updates and everything. So now you're the interesting
Oh,
one.
now I start.
Yeah.
I'm always the last one.
Well, you get to go first now.
Switching things up.
Steph,
Sorry.
Steph,
She was
just
I'm like
decided.
voluntold.
yeah,
There you
she
go.
was
Your
like
turn.
passing the. You're it. Yes. So I started prep like 3 weeks ago.
just in time to not be giving updates.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't really said anything about it, but yeah, started prep, and I am prepping for, I think, bikini, but we're kind of watching my physique and watching the fit model division, but I think it's more than likely going to be bikini, one last run this year. Yeah, so it's going to be my last season, and then we're going to go into life season. So once we get into that with baby season and life season, and we'll see if we compete again after that. We're just going to navigate that season and be present in it and enjoy it and see what happens. But prep is, it's just, I haven't, it's been like 7-8 months. I don't even know what you talk about when prep starts. And it really hasn't felt any different, like a little bit less food, a little more cardio. I guess I can go over kind of that stuff. So, I ended my improvement season at 2,500 calories. We got up to 2,700 at one point, but then we kind of chipped it back down. Anyways, I ended my improvement season at 2,500 calories, and then now we've dropped a couple times. We've removed food every time each week the last 3 weeks. So now I'm at 1,900. So about a 500-600 calorie drop so far.
Yeah.
That's a drop.
Yeah, it's a drop. I haven't.
But for 3 weeks, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. So, but now, and I've lost a pound each week. So, I started at 133. So, that 133 was my weight. So 13 pounds above my last prep low weight, and then I'm currently at 130. So, yeah. So, probably for bikini, need to lose about 11-ish pounds, get down to 119. 120 was my last year's prep, but we'll see if we add any tissue. Maybe I'm 120 again, but I feel like it's going to be more around that 119 one, because we really, I think, on me need to carve out my tie-ins, and then we're going to have to fill me out from there. I think we'll see what the game plan is, but we got time for that. Oh, yeah, cardio. This was new. So cardio is funny. Drew was like, all right, 25 minutes daily. And I was like 7 days a week, LOL. And he was like, yep. And I was like every day.
Clarify
I
it.
was
Wait a sec.
every day.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to just 5 days a week, 2 days off of cardio, or maybe 6 days in one day. But I've never done daily cardio,
Really?
guys, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and improvement season.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's new. So yeah, I have cardio every day, but so 25 minutes. Actually, it just got bumped up to 30. So 30 minutes every day. I was at 25 every day this whole time. But my heart rate only has to be between 110, 120. It's just fast walking.
That's not bad at all.
No, I can
It's just
honestly still
intentional.
work.
I was about
That's
to
kind of
say,
like your mornings that you already do.
Yes. So
It's just more intentional.
It's just more intentional. It's a little bit faster. It's so it's nothing to complain about. It's yeah. So anyway, so now we're at 30 minutes every day. I'm gonna be so bratty about this everyday thing.
Every day.
Every day.
I just can't imagine Drew's face 7 days a week, every day. He's like looking at his phone like, you
He's like,
reading
that's
English?
what it says.
Yeah. So that's where my food's at, 1900-ish, and then 30 minutes cardio every day. And what else? Like, I think that's it. I mean, that's all that's really, And then I've lost a pound a week, so that's good. Yeah.
It's off to a steady start.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said this a lot. The more advanced you get as an athlete, especially with how like you've done such a good job of like incorporating a lot of foods that you like and your calories being so high and things like that, the start of prep is always the most so anticlimactic. Like everybody's like, oh, prep starts. Like back in the day when we first started and you started prep, it was like this whole like you had to clean out your kitchen, everything would change, like your whole routine changed. It was a big like
shift.
It was like a whole thing, like prep started today. And now it's kind of like you do your same thing.
Oh, it doesn't feel any different.
And like
My
it's
life
like
doesn't
the
feel...
food just kind of adjusts, or like
and it will.
cardio
There will
adjusts.
be a period. Like, come on, we're 3 weeks in. Like,
But it's like
give
little changes each time. It's not like
little,
this
so then
huge,
you adapt to them quick. Like it's just they're not these huge changes.
Mentally, you mean.
Mentally, actually, I mean, the past 2 days is the first time I have felt hunger in months, and the slightest of hunger. Like, but I did have a weight drop, so it's like that's why. Like, so
it almost welcomed it. You're like,
it's a good
yes,
yeah.
It was just working. Something though that we did talk about was because I maintained like a leaner physique this time. Like my body, it's comfortable here, and so they're probably. It sounds like, oh yeah, you're only this far away from. A stage weight, but it could at some point get harder to get that off because the body has like adapted to that, like that leaner state, and it's just, it's comfortable there. So it's not going to want to get leaner. It's already lean. Like it. Yeah. And so,
like you'll have more pushback, like let's say maybe 5 pounds
in a couple of pounds, maybe then, like, So we'll see. So
maybe that's why the 7 days a week cardio, he's getting in front of it.
Ahead of that.
Surprise the body.
So, so I mean, and then really the past, like, what we've really been working, I'm not going to go crazy in depth on this, but we've just been kind of discovered some things, more things with my training, with my annoying little body, with just growing my glutes. And I'm going to be working with Allison, the Fit Body Fusion trainer that they brought on. And I have a virtual session with her coming up. And then she's actually coming up here to Idaho to hang out with us and train with us and do the podcast. So I'm going to be working with her to problem solve some issues with my adductors, which we think have been a big culprit to why I have weaker glutes and struggle to grow my glutes, because my adductors take over. And it's just from lots and lots and lots of years of different style training. Lots of sumo, rotating the toes out, lots of heavy lifting where I wasn't really engaging my glutes. I was just getting the weight up. Lots of like deadlift, squatting, lunging, just doing things with poor form, very heavy load, just wasn't using the right muscle fibers and things like that. And so my body has just adapted to that. And so now that I have like the right training, I just need to spend time training like this way. And it's not going to be like a magic fix. It needs time. My body needs time to adapt to this style of training. And we're still problem solving it and troubleshooting it. And so we just recently, uncovered that like I do have dominant adductors. They're dominant because they're overactive, and they're tight. And that tightness and overactiveness comes from hip instability issues. And so we're working through all that. So I've got like a hip mobility program protocol that I'm doing now. I've got to. Basically all my body work has now transferred. It was very glute and like hamstring focused to keep my glutes relaxed and my hamstrings relaxed. But now we're realizing like we should have been focusing on my adductors. So now I'm doing dry needling on my adductors, we're doing deep tissue massage, focused on my adductors and up into my glute to try to break, like to release that area.
Are your hip flexors tight?
Yep.
No? Oh, they
hip flexors are tight too.
Because where else does hip mobility, this might be stupid, but where else does hip mobility like come up? Is that a stupid question?
Like getting out of the bed.
Stop. You're like, when you move your body.
I sit. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Like if you guys do, I sit for long periods of time. I think you're getting up a lot in between patients, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Mine is hunching.
Hunching?
I do this too much, yeah.
So I am sitting for hours.
Desk
and then
life, desk life.
but honestly, since I've been, so that is it. So the training, the hard training, plus like the overactive adductor issue, plus sitting, like all the things I'm doing are not helping my situation.
Yeah.
And I haven't been doing the right, like I needed to do more hip mobility work. So I've been doing this whole hip mobility protocol. It actually, like my hips feel so much better already.
good.
So like I can tell a difference, and now I just need to keep doing it. Like,
Yeah.
and then we got to keep releasing my adductors, and we have to, and then there's been some new, we'll see now when I work with Allison. But even just talking with Drew, like there is some little different changes we're making to some of my training. Not changing the exercises, but just the technique of how I do them in order to feel my, like that inner lower part of my glute better. Cause when I thought I was feeling the lower part of my glute where my tie-in is, it's my adductor that's firing, and it's just so close to that inner lower part of the glute that you think it's that, and it isn't. And so anyways, we're just discovering more things to and this is what bodybuilding is. Like this is what, when you get to, I think, like the level that I'm at, it's that level at the national level that you're trying to break past to get to the pro level, right? And this is like the kind of detail that, like, everything is there. It's just this one thing's missing. So now we got to hone in and problem solve this one thing. And what are all the things for that one thing that we've got to keep like chipping away at? And that's just what we're doing. Like, it's not, I think like if you guys have probably heard like Drew and Fit Body Fusion and stuff talk about like training with a scalpel or lifting with a scalpel, not a sledgehammer kind of thing. And so like, I mean, that's what we're doing with my glutes. Like, it's not just like, oh, build, grow, push weight. Like, you need to grow glutes. It's like, I need to figure out why they're not, like, growing and isolating. And, like, so we're problem solving those inefficiencies. And, like,
and then when you're lifting, it's not like, oh, do 20, do 25. Each one has to be so intentional, so precise. So,
yeah, precise is the word. Like, I have to think through, like, think hard. I've got to like feel, go slow. Like there's just, my training is so different now. It's like lightweight, like just fire, like just try to get like my glutes this certain area of my glute. It's not even any of the other area. It's this certain area to fire. And it's just my weak point. Like it just is like, and it's just something I'm probably always going to kind of have to work at. But yeah, so we're just chipping away and still troubleshooting and problem solving that. But it is kind of nice to have like, to have a team. Like it's nice. Like I reached out to Allison and I prior to like conversations we had, like I sent her an email. I sent her these pictures with these circles, like my glutes and like all this explanation, like, and
she really loved that. She
was like,
the detail.
this is so helpful. Like, but then she was like, girl, I got you. And she's like, I had tight or overactive adductors as well, like because she trained like a power lifter, like she had years of like training, like and she's like, and so she's gonna have so much probably personal knowledge and experience to share with me, and like maybe I'll learn, just so anyways, I'm excited to work with her and just keep learning how to train better, just keep learning how to train to grow, because even if I didn't compete after this season, like I still want a booty. Like I still want dense glutes, guys. Like this has now become my identity over here, and I need
more
So
glutes.
So anyways,
that kind of falls in line with like even like our topic today too. Like little things like with training and stuff. It's kind of even like when people ask like would you ever want to be wellness, and it's like, or figure, and it's like if you don't want to have that type of muscle for your lifestyle too, like, or it's like you have to think about long term, like if you like your style of training, are you training because you like that look too? And it's like, I like the look of having developed glutes, so I'm gonna keep training my glutes. And
I'm back to doing, I actually took a break from it for a while, and I probably shouldn't have, Pilates, so I'm back to 2 days a week of Pilates, and to really help teach me it's forcing me, like, there's a lot of things I have to think about when I'm doing my, like, training, like how my hips are tilted and stuff like that. And so it allows me, Pilates is allowing me to work on those things without, like, having a rep scheme, without having to just, like, be in the moment and feel my glutes and, like, not trying to.
It's so much holding too.
Yeah,
like,
oh my
it's
God.
really
Which is good. It's a challenge for me. I'm not
Yeah.
patient. And
Yeah.
it teaches me patience, and then I have to take that experience that I had in Pilates and apply it to my training. That's like why I'm supposed to be doing this, and then what they want me to do. And so so I'm back to Pilates, which I'm liking. And so I'm doing that 2 days a week, and my hip mobility. Yeah, I think that's just a lot of But actually, I'm getting really into the hip mobility thing. Like, I'm getting really into mobility work. Like, not even just hip mobility, but like body mobility. Like, just. Yeah, I've been like my algorithm on Instagram now is like all these like mobility girls and like physical therapists, and like I'm like having fun with it. I'm like I'm just gonna like become a mobility girl that just like
You're just
functional
gonna obsess
training
about
and
that problem.
yes,
It's
that's
like me
what's
and
gonna
my
happen.
pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. So anyways, that's my update. Yeah, I guess we're back to prep updates, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be living through your prep updates.
ditto. Right? All your check-ins every
No,
week.
I'm gonna miss him. I love him from a season. I was not, to be honest. Like, guys, when prep day, like, I'm just now, like, 3 weeks in, and we're now going on to the 4th week. I'm just now like, okay, we're in prep. I'll be honest, I didn't want to start. I didn't want to. Like, I was not in it mentally. I was just like, but I just knew that, like, I just needed to start. And I waited, and like. Drew kind of wanted me to start like a couple weeks before that, and I was like, nope. And I just, like, I don't know, I wasn't in the headspace, and I still wasn't in the headspace when I started prep, but I just started because I knew that, like, the timeline, and if I didn't do this season, I think I would regret it. And so, but I'll be honest, like, and we're going to get into this, and I'll stop talking after this and let you guys update, because we'll get into this part. But to be honest, I'm a little bit ready for life season, and we'll get into that. But so it was really hard for me to start prep. And I'm probably still going to have moments of this prep where I'm like, because there's been some in and out with me. There's been some like, I could just go into live season right now. Like, just, and just come, there's always a stage. And so, but I do think at the end of the day, I want this last run, and I want, and I'll talk about it throughout the weeks and months of this prep and stuff like that. But, anyways, we'll get into the live season stuff.
Every prep is different.
But every prep is different.
One. Every single one.
So
Always.
different. Yeah. But, all right. We're going this way now? This way? Are you next?
Is it me next?
Apparently, I don't know.
You guys are, I don't know what's.
Right? She's passing the baton. I pass it to her.
I'll go to you. We're going to go that way. Steph's
Okay.
now last. She was first, and now she can be last.
I'm picked. So I figured I'm in life season, which has been, there's been parts of it where it's like a relief, like where it's kind of like, I don't have to be on. I can change on the fly, and there's no one to report to or to tell or to decide anything differently.
I didn't think you were gonna say that. That's funny.
But seriously,
Yeah.
like, because like I've spent years, like literally 9 years of my life tethered to a trainer, no matter what, even if it's the off season. I never missed once or twice. I had a coach we did twice a week check-ins in all off seasons for 3 years.
Wow.
And so I didn't realize the mental connection of like explaining everything you do, like even in an off season and stuff, and being like, I had this free meal, I went here, I'm going on a trip, I'm like reporting someone, like it wasn't bad behaviors of having a free meal or going somewhere or doing things, but it was still part of the plan because they needed to know those details in order to adjust or not adjust my plan, right? So I've had years of like reporting what I'm doing so someone else can adjust and tell me what to do. And now I have this like autonomy of like, it's okay.
You report to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on me. And there's parts of it that are scary and the parts that are really awesome. So 3 weeks ago, I went to Mexico on a work/fun work trip. And we were in Cabo for 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. And I decided when I go to Cabo, I'm not going to track for the trip. We were staying at an all-inclusive. And I'm like, the great thing about an all-inclusive when you're just eating intuitively is like you don't have to eat everything because you didn't like buy an expensive dinner on vacation. Like I could go to the buffet and be like, I just want some chicken, or I just want some yogurt, or I just want a muffin, or like it was easy to just like pick and choose little bits, or like order things like and then just eat a couple bites, or not eat it, or order 4 things and eat 1 bite of each because it didn't matter. It was all included. So it was actually a really, you'd think all inclusive would mean that you'd overeat, but it was actually easier to not feel like I had to eat everything because I have like this guilt on if I pay $50 for a steak dinner, I need to freaking enjoy every bite of that $50 dinner. It has monetary value to me now. Like I seriously, like I don't know what tie I have to that, but like I've always felt like that when I go out to eat. It's not even necessarily just like getting to indulge on the food. It's the monetary value. Like I have a hard time buying a donut, eating a bite and throwing it away because I paid $4 for that. That's $4. Like you got to make it worth it. You know, you have to consume that goods.
Yeah, I wasted a lot of food.
But I've gotten better at letting go of that because of my other goals are more important. But that was kind of, long story.
$4. I almost think I'm like, this is $4, but it's also like another 400 calories.
I was just like, I was about to spit out 400 calories, and I was like, I'll let her finish. I feel like she's
$4.
But
it's the 400 that I'm not eating.
But then you just don't buy it. You just don't buy it. That's why I haven't bought a crumble. I think I bought a crumble cookie 1 time in my entire life because it's too many calories and I can't justify the price.
Okay, but you have to
for a bite
and get the thins.
But I didn't even know they had them.
Don't.
I didn't even know they had that because I can't justify the calories for the price of a bite.
Yeah. But it tastes so good. It tastes better than $4. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, see, I think of it like you. I'm like, I just saved at my 1 bite. I saved 350 calories. Not that I wasted $3.50.
Yeah, but I saved $4 and 400 calories. So I don't get it.
Yeah. If I actually looked at my grocery bill for things I threw, I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like throwing anything away. Like I will remake meals to use up things to, like I'm the leftover eater. Like I will make everything work. Like if we have leftovers, I do not waste things.
Even if it hasn't gone bad, if I know that it's been in the fridge for like maybe too long and when I smell it, I'm like, I feel like I almost smell that something.
That's
I know
Anthony.
that you pick stuff out.
Anthony does that. I'm like,
throw it away.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
like,
a question.
Yeah, there's a question in my mind.
I'm like, it's good. And I believe expiration dates are a marketing scam.
That's fair. That's fair. You're
They
still alive, you're
hardcore
breathing,
are.
so maybe.
Whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they're hardcore marketing scams
That's
to get
funny.
you to buy more,
That's
to
fair.
throw it away and buy more.
I need to tell
They
Ronnie
got
this.
me.
Ronnie's
Yeah.
crazy. If it's like a day before the expiration date, he's like, "Oh, it's trash," and I was like, "You have till tomorrow." And
It gets
he's like,
in your mind though, then you
No.
smell it, and I'm like, is it
No.
bad?
You're like Ronnie. That's
Yeah,
for Ronnie.
like-
No, they're just for regulation and marketing.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah. If there was like a measurement that I could like put in food that would tell me if it's like good or bad.
like a meat thermometer.
Yeah,
but for like,
exactly.
Like, have you ever heard of a
yeah,
food
green,
cellar?
red.
The way they used to store food.
you'll live, you'll
Yeah,
die.
exactly.
Like food cellar actually storing foods and things like that without
Yeah.
preservatives in them. Like there's ways to do it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. Whole other
It's a whole other
topic.
topic that maybe
Yeah.
we'll do that. Low will educate us on. I'm just kidding.
But
Since Cabo.
Yeah, since Cabo. So I stopped track. I didn't track for Cabo. And I came back and I'd only gained 2 pounds. And I was like, oh, that's great because I dropped like 2 the week before. So it was like kind of
A wash.
a wash. Yeah. And so then since then I was going to resume tracking, but I just didn't. And so it's been almost 3 weeks of no tracking. And I just couldn't bring myself to log into my Fitness Pal. And like, for some reason, that was just like a task that just felt too connected to what I was doing before. And I don't know. I felt like I've been doing so much wedding planning, and I gave myself like this timeline too. Like, so next week will be 16 weeks out from my wedding. And I was like, I'm going to do a wedding prep. So these last few weeks I've been like, I'm going to enjoy what I want to eat. The other day I came home from the gym, and I don't get home from the gym till like 7:30 p.m. And then like by the time you do the dogs and you eat and you do all these other things, eating is usually just like, I need to like just have like a protein shake or creamy or yogurt and go to bed. Like I'm not going to eat a heavy thing. It's too late. Got to go to bed. And I got home from the gym and I was like, for the first time ever in probably years and years and years and years, even off seasons and everything, I'm going to make a box of Annie's white cheddar mac and cheese.
Why did I know it was gonna be pasta? Yes.
I just made a box with the
I
butter,
love
with the
it.
butter,
I
With the
love
butter.
it.
the creamy butter sauce.
That's amazing. These are the pictures I need.
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the
why did I
sauce?
not get a picture of this
Oh,
mac
and then I made
cheese?
it with a chicken sausage that I chopped up and
Ooh,
cooked.
that would
too.
be good. Chicken
So
sausage
yummy.
in that.
Oh my god.
From Whole Foods. It was like really good. I just stopped there the other day to like return some Amazon stuff and bought a couple things. And I was like,
This is
why not?
historical. I love this.
But like, it was like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
I probably underate during the day. I had a hard leg day. And who cares if it was 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that
love
was like,
this.
I just want to give myself that freedom just because I hadn't had given myself that freedom
Mm-hmm.
even in improvement seasons before. I have been so dedicated and so good that it's like I'm still eating healthy. I know I had like my egg whites for breakfast. I know I had my chicken and rice for lunch. I know I had like my normal foods that I'm eating the same foods even if I'm eating intuitively. I just made exceptions for things like that because I was like, I'm an adult and no one can tell me I can't eat mac and cheese at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
Tuesday
butter.
or a
And you're
Wednesday.
still being good.
Yeah.
You know, like
As long as
still,
you do
it's not a
this.
good-
Oh,
you know,
and I
every
split
day
it with
for
Anthony,
every
so I didn't
meal.
eat the whole box.
You were more like
Yeah.
I would say in prep you were more on plan, more strict, more restricted or regulated, I guess, and like now it's just more flexibility. But you're still good.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wanna say that.
I am still good. I have not had like any fast food or binged or anything. In Mexico, I realized I like looked back at all of my free meals that I had all of 2025 and I had my first burger I've had in over a year and I love burgers. I didn't have any in 2025.
Dang.
Good for you. That's good for you.
Not a single one.
Neither have I. But
And I didn't have like I looked at the things and stuff and I was like sitting there in Mexico and I ordered a burger on like the last day for like the lunch and I sat there and I was like why have I been like not allowing this? Like even on my free meals, I'll like go get something good. Like I'll be good because I'm just like trying to like prove to myself I don't have to get the indulgent thing. And I didn't allow myself to have a burger for over a year. I love burgers.
yeah.
I'm like I don't know.
I honestly love making them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a homemade
I could
thing
make
is so
them.
Good.
like
Yeah.
it's if I just haven't allowed
Yeah.
myself to.
It's
Just 'cause-
even just seeing the consequence because there's always consequences to everything. Like it's not like I'm saying this is bad, but like the consequence of being so strict and rigid is that like there wasn't that as much balance or
And in our household, it's just me and Anthony, and we still live a very bodybuilder lifestyle
Yeah.
with training 4 to 5 days a week and meal prepping because it's healthy and
yeah.
we're fit
Yeah.
people and we're fueling our bodies and training and living. It's easier to meal prep and go to work the next day than it is to like try to figure out what to get for lunch and spend $15 on some shitty fast food. It's like we just meal prep, but we don't have kids or a family at this time, so it's like we don't make dinner at home. So it's like we just have our meal prepped food and we're at the gym all evening, so it's just like
That's your routine.
it's just a routine. And so I'm not gonna like I don't know. There's
But that doesn't
space
bug
for-
you. You know
Yeah,
what I
I'm-
mean? Not like my Fitness Pal opening that. So it's
Yeah,
easy to get rid of the
that was
stuff
like my
bugs you.
compromise. I was like, I'm still eating my good food. I'm
Yeah.
just not gonna, and then just occasionally throw in some random things that are like,
Yeah.
I'm just wanted this, and I
Yeah.
can do it because I can.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell
You feel
anyone,
good?
except
And,
all
like-
y'all.
Yeah. Energy wise and everything.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. And actually, for a while, my Aura Ring, like when I first, like was getting out of prep and reversing and stuff, like my scores were going down, like worse than prep. And I was like, what's wrong? And I'm tired. And like lately, they've been going back up since I've been like eating more intuitively.
Relaxed.
And yeah, I think I'm a little less stressed about those types of things because normally I would take all of life stress, like my career and relationships and friends and family and things and scheduling and planning and add prep. And so right now it's like I don't have prep or the stress of it or any of that. So it's just a little bit more relaxed. I am doing wedding planning and I will say that is extremely stressful. Yeah. I told myself I was going to be the person who had a smaller wedding and that it could be fairly low key because I just like I don't feel the need to I'm not a things person, so it's like I don't feel the need to like spend a lot of money on something like that. I don't care. Anthony, both of us, we don't care to really be the center of attention. In the wedding, you're kind of are. It's about you. And so, but then we started planning their wedding, and we're full send committing to a very gorgeous wedding. It's going to be very nice.
You guys surprised each other and yourselves.
We like nice things, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. know. And I feel like we're not even choosing like all the high end things or all the options. And I can't believe the people that do. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, we went to a wedding expo this weekend, and there were 2 different booths that were like banks or financial institutions for loans. Yeah. To help people with
Shut
their
up.
financial planning for their weddings and take out loans for their weddings. There's 2 booths like that, and they like, one of them you had to
I'm
get
not
like
gonna
a
say
stamp.
Me neither.
And I was like, nope.
I know.
I was like, we don't need that. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't speak.
Like, everything's being paid for. I'm good. Like,
So crazy.
I wouldn't be doing this if I couldn't afford it.
That is so crazy.
But I guess if you want what you want, some people want things. I don't know.
That scares me.
But yeah, so anyway, it's stressful because I
It's
think,
like a big party.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's wild, right?
Oh my goodness.
But I'm trying to mitigate some of that stress. But I think some of the stress is because I'm trying to do nice things but find the best deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. But then, it's kind of fun to be planning something different and like planning a honeymoon instead of like saving all my money so I can go to 4 different shows this year and like make sure that I
In the
have
middle of nowhere.
yeah, and like have a hotel that's the host hotel that I don't even choose. And like I don't even get to see the city.
Yeah.
I'm excited about all the different things. So with the wedding coming up, I set a timeline. So I'm really actually excited because it's only next week. So next week I'll be able to, if we do updates, I think we are next week too.
Yeah.
I will kind of give you guys a little bit more of my plan. I'm going to kind of write myself a 16-week prepped for the wedding. And I want it to be fun and balanced, and I'm still going to go out to dinner and do the things that I want to do. I just want to bring back a little bit of intentionality so I'm not feeling lost going into the life season. So that's something we can kind of talk about as like life season stuff is like not, you can still have goals and intentions and things that you're doing. I gave myself a few weeks of, I would say, extra freedom right now, and I'm in the middle of that. But I do very much want to find a way where I'm setting goals not for just like a wedding. It's just kind of fun because that's what I'm planning for, and my life's revolving around it right now. But giving myself different ways to incorporate like some balance and freedom, but while still, I want to feel really good in my body, feel really good about myself. So I think that's something that we kind of can discuss on lifestyle transitions. But I did want to really quickly update on like some of my training that I've been doing because I've been thinking about kind of restructuring again, and figuring out like with this whole 16-week prep, like kind of figuring out what kind of cadence I want and if I want to incorporate anything like Pilates or yoga. I was thinking about doing yoga again. I used to do yoga once a week. I do hot yoga. So I'm thinking about kind of bringing it back in a different way. But training, I was thinking about, because like in the past, if you had told me like things about like an improvement season, people used to say things like, so how do you like, not focus on like weight gain? Like, what do you do in the gym? And I've always I used to advise people like, oh, think of another goal, like a strength goal. But in the last year, you've probably seen over our podcast, like our kind of evolution of how we've looked at training and things. And like, honestly, right now, like my goals in the gym aren't strength goals. Like in my improvement season, that could be cool if that's something that you fall into. You like maybe a powerlifting or an Olympic lifting type lifting and you're prefer that. But like, I'm like, for this life season, what do I want out of the gym? Because I was kind of feeling like, shit, I have no goals in the gym right now. And my goals is like, I want to be really proud of like myself as like a feminine body and comfortable in my skin. And a lot of what we've done with like Bikini is kind of, we talked about sculpting, and the training I'm doing things that I think benefit me like physically, like it's more mobility stuff in my shoulders because I have a bad shoulder. So my upper bodies right now have the longest mobility time because I've built that into my little training so that I am reducing pain. And I want a booty no matter what. I want my booty to be that you see it in like my wedding dress and like in bikini. And I want my future hubby to be all like, she's got a nice butt. So it's like glute training still really important. Like I prioritize that 2 days a week right now. And I'm using a lot of the skills I've learned in like training for Bikini is like, I'm training to to have strength, functionality, and an aesthetic, to be real. Like, that's kind of a drive for me personally to be in the gym. Is like, I like the way I look in the gym when I'm going to the gym. And so I'm kind of like still wrapping around. So this is like my brainstorming, my work in progress on like when I set up my 16-week prep is going to be a trial of like how I want to move forward and things like that. So it's kind of an exciting, like my first time writing myself a plan kind of thing. I like did a reverse with my coach. Now I'm taking a little month break, and then it's going to be like my first me coaching myself and like figuring things out. So it's kind of an exciting part of the journey. But so I think there'll be more that'll be like my updates is actually kind of like coaching myself, not to the stage, but like figuring out how I want this life and training and things and what's working and not working to like feel good. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of close to yours in terms of goals. You have to have a goal. I can't not do.
Yeah.
A goal.
It's
Like-
easier to pick like a thing, like a date. Like right now, like it was so easy. Like what do you make a goal? And I'm like, oh, my wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to look hot on my honeymoon. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. 3 weeks ago, so I thought I was gonna do either a monthly check-in or a 2-week check-in with Jamie. And as I kind of got more, I guess, when I did January and I got more into it and we took a couple of breaks, I realized that I think I was just more scared of like being alone. And like, I didn't know what she was like. I have never met her. I don't know. I've been in prep for like 3 years. And so I was just kind of scared of like, you know, because before that, I think I always just thought I'm not good at reversing. And so like, I want to still feel good. And even thinking about doing a prep, it was like, oh, if I got too big or just too uncomfortable, then maybe I would prep. But that's like not a good reason to prep, right?
No. Yeah.
And so a lot of it was just me unlearning that. And a huge thing for me was I didn't weigh myself for like 2 weeks or so. I went back to Edmonton for my mom's birthday. My last check-in with Jamie was the end of January. And so that 3 weeks, I hadn't weighed myself for like 2 weeks. And then I was, I think, 3 pounds lower than the end of January, and just kind of right in. I picked like a weight range that I was happy with of like 5 pounds. So like you know whether because it's just normal. Like if I ate something, I didn't want it to be like it's
like mac and cheese at night.
Yeah, exactly.
I guarantee I would have weighed more if I weighed myself in the morning.
Yeah.
But then like maybe not. The next day.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't want it to be like this structured thing. So I picked 140 to 145 because my lowest stage weight was 130. My highest stage weight was 135. So I was like, 140 to 145 sounds good. And I honestly thought that was almost too low. Like I thought I would end up more 145, 150, especially with how much flexibility I gave myself. But the more that I like felt good, looked good, like just me to the mirror, and my weight was in that range, the more I trusted myself. So it was easier to like let go of like, you know, little things. So I stopped tracking probably the second week of February when I got back from that trip. And really, I eat 3 meals, protein, and it just has, I don't know, it's been easy.
And the funny thing is, like, I don't know if you're doing this. I like when I go to like make like my lunch, I measure my rice, chicken, and my vegetable. Well, just because it's like already on the scale, but I don't clear it. I just throw it on there and I see about how much. But it's almost like I'm making a recipe, not to track it. Like I literally am measuring it. And I'm like, oh yeah, just because I want to know I'm getting enough protein. Like I know I'm getting 4 ounces of protein in my lunch.
Yeah, I practiced. I literally, like the first couple of times I would do it and then weigh it and see how close I was. And so and then probably by like the 4th time, I felt like I could see it because I just make the same thing. Yeah. The hard part is because I'm a picky eater, I literally am eating the same thing for lunch as I did in prep. But I like it.
So am I though.
Right?
Yeah,
I like it.
Because that's what we make. We literally meal prep like all those ingredients. We put them in big bins. And so it's just so easy. I go to the fridge,
do the same thing,
scoop.
Yeah, I do exactly the same thing.
It's easy.
But it's always been that way.
Yeah.
I think the only changes I made is like I switched bison for turkey because my wallet. And you can buy like double the amount and it's like the smallest amount more fat, and I thought that's just ridiculous. I haven't gone all the way to ground beef because I haven't eaten that for a long time.
I like ground beef.
I eat ground
Yeah, I
Maybe
haven't eaten that
ground
for a long time. But yeah, so basically still eating like in prep. I surprised myself in the way that I can make my meals, and I've stayed within that like
Yeah, that's
weight
awesome.
bracket and
Yeah.
just not like I haven't weighed anything for like now a week and a half, about maybe a week.
Yeah,
So
I have
far it's
not
been
done
good.
that yet.
The not
Like,
weighing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have not done.
I'm not tracking.
I've done like the more free eating, the more, but like I haven't intuitively ate like
yeah.
on a weekly, daily basis, and
Yeah.
just like I have not done that yet.
There's a
So
different type
that'll-
of trust. It's kind of scary.
That'll
Yeah.
that'll be after this prep. That's
Yeah.
my goal. Is
Yeah.
I think for a while I was under eating doing that.
yeah.
Because I was like not sure, or I'd like be like, am I really hungry or am I bored? And then I
Yeah.
would just skip the meal. And now I'm like more in a routine where like I eat, like
Well, and
breakfast,
you build
lunch, dinner, kind of.
confidence. It's like that trust.
Yeah.
And then you build confidence that you can do it, and
Yeah.
it's like
And you know what you're doing.
you know what you're doing.
You feel good, and you're
and
like,
you, and like you said, you like how you not only just look, but like you're staying within the range you gave yourself. You like how you look and feel. Like there's these little check marks that like
in
you're
order
like,
of priority.
check,
Feel
check.
good, look good, wait.
Yeah, and then because that's just the measurable like
Yeah.
thing to kind of.
I just try to
it, like,
make myself because
Yeah.
the first thing I want to do is just jump on the scale to see if I'm still good.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
want that
No, it's like do you
in my
feel
mind.
good? Do you?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's actually like a really good skill to kind of or habit to kind of like start at. Like, do I feel good?
Yeah.
Am
force
I-
Do I
myself.
like
Do
how
I
I
like
look
how I
and
look?
feel like and
Before
not
I
the
step on the
scale tells
scale.
me that I like how I look. Do I my eyeballs and
Yeah.
brain, and then okay, we'll just
Check
see what
it.
that number is, and like
Exactly.
that's the third, fourth important not
Thing,
even important,
yeah.
but thing.
Yeah.
I
And-
like that.
It's a tool, not a good or bad. Even
Yeah.
in prep,
Yeah.
like we've talked about that before, how like the scale isn't like, trying to get to the lowest number possible because that means you're good at prepping, because you could someone with more muscle can beat you even if you're way less than them. But it's kind of like that thing where it's kind of like it's a tool. It's something to show if your goal is to come down in body fat, you want to see that number come down. If your goal is to maintain a range because you're in life season, you're just checking your range.
Yeah.
It's not good, bad, or like
And sometimes
defining
it's actually
you.
had the opposite effect. Like you would think that I'm using it more to see when I get out of range, like 145 plus. But there's actually been times where I've stepped on the scale and I'm lower than I thought I was. And
And
so,
it's like, am I eating enough?
yeah, like I honestly, it was more of that. And so I tried to push it out to every 2 weeks. And then eventually I want to weigh myself once a month. And then I just want to keep like pushing it off because I should really be maintaining within 3. I'm like, why? So I'm hoping that we kind of go in that direction. But so far it's been really, really good. In terms of goals, after eating, training, I'm not doing any upper body. No upper body at all. The only thing that I've changed as the first thing I did was hire a specialist. not really a specialist. I'm just saying that for you
Just to
guys
make
and your
us laugh.
stupid
Yeah,
laugh.
we're like, what special?
Right? But no, I decided to do a little bit more like academic PT in, I don't know how to explain it, but basically with Jenny, just breaking down exactly what muscles are being recruited for all of my lifts, because a huge thing for me, just this life season, is part of feeling good, I think, is correcting my imbalances or just looking at the things I don't like to do. And so like back, for example, from the very beginning, I don't think I've ever like really grown my back or liked lifting on back days. And a huge thing that she discovered is that when I'm doing lat pulls and everything, I pull first with my elbows. And so it recruits more of my shoulder and my bicep than my back. And so this is the stupidest thing I've had to do, which is just like set my scapula before I pull. And so, yeah, I've been doing a lot more of that and just
Yeah.
kind of focusing on these stupid little things.
You're like doing
it's
for
so
your back
important.
what I do have to do for my glutes.
Yes,
It's like
exactly.
You're focused on,
yeah.
It's so important because that's part of the reason I have this bad shoulder is because Jenny actually figured it out for me. It's actually my scapula is wings out, and it's because that subscapular muscle is weak. And so she, actually, a lot of the stuff I do is the PT exercises she gave me to get that scapula back in place. so that for all my exercises, it doesn't matter if it's back or doing an RDL and holding a dumbbell, that scapula pops out, and then I have a lot of pain from compensating from that weak scapula.
Yeah.
So it's like things like that, like my upper body days and back days aren't what they used to be. When I started training and we're like, put on muscle, it's like you wanted to lift as heavy as you could to get size and like shape. And it's like, now it's kind of like, I love lifting back because I know I'm strengthening that scapula into place and I'm correcting my posture with having a strong body that can support me.
And that's my big thing is I want to correct my posture.
Yeah.
Because even sitting, like there's certain things that I think what ignited it is one day I came home and like certain things hurt and I was like, oh my God, I'm 31. Like why? Why does it hurt? And it was like my upper back and like my kind of like my traps. And it's because my shoulders, like my comfortable position is to roll my shoulders forward. I'm exaggerating, but I'm basically like this. Or even on the like computer, if I'm rushing and like there's a lot of pages, I won't think about like how I'm sitting. I'll just try to, I basically adapt myself to where the desk is or where the microscope is instead of adjusting the instruments to where I am.
You need to be here. Yeah.
Exactly. And so a lot of it has been slowing down. So I did a lot of stuff with Jenny in terms of my anterior pelvic tilts. So just tilting my pelvis forward all the time. And it's so painful. I think that's what I figured out about what Jamie used to say about me posing when I'm walking and my stomach being leading is because I think I was always like, I can't walk with a neutral pelvis.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
I can only do it stationary because it's just like it's the very beginning of me correcting my body. I cannot
But
walk
if you're
with
in
it.
motion, you can't.
Yeah, because it's like the next step, right?
Yeah, the
'Cause
next level layer of.
Exactly. So I'm breaking it down, working on just the stationary. So Jenny had me do all these exercises. She's like, I don't think you'll want to do this in the gym because it's literally me like pushing my pelvis forward and back like this. It's literally like almost like twerking standing up. Like, it was just silly. Yeah. And so I do them at home. But it's been really good to just do the mind muscle connection. I bought a little posture vest thing that like pulls my shoulders back that I try to wear basically all day. I like started at 10 minutes and now I'm almost at like 2 hours or so, but it kind of gave me that proprioception and it started to feel better because now I can feel when it's starting to hurt and it's basically, it feels like I'm pushing my boobs out like this.
Yeah.
But it literally, but this is
You're
like
just retracting
neutral.
Your shoulders back
Yes,
and yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
But to me, I'm like, I can see my boobs like here. Like that's what it feels like. They're like right there. So it's awkward. It's awkward. But I know it's right when I look in the mirror. It just feels uncomfortable.
And that's like that strength right there. It's like little baby muscles that we've compensated over time and built them that way. And this is like so much healthier for your long-term pain and comfort and things. And I think that's why a lot of older people have pain is they don't take the time to do that. And it's like, if we're not training for a competition, like what are we training for? We're training for life.
Yeah, exactly. To be more functional, optimal, and just to feel better. In it, I hate it because it's like, I want to do this. It's more comfortable.
Yeah.
But just
your
like,
body's used to.
Exactly. But just thinking about it by the end of the day. And so there's just been a bunch of little posture things that I've
You're just retraining.
tried to, and tried to focus on. So the mobility is huge. The pelvis thing is huge. I started going to Orange Theory, so I'm still doing that with Zach. We decided instead of twice a week, we're going once a week because, oh my God.
Oh, you were doing twice?
We were doing twice a week. I don't know what it is, but like we did a little bit of running and stuff like that, and I was dying. Even like the rowing machine, I'm like, why does my back and everything hurt? It's because we're just doing so much. So we decided to do once a week, and then Pilates once a week, and glute training 2 to 3 times, depending. But overall, good. I am not doing any cardio.
Yay.
Right? 2 hours for that year was enough for
Have
my
you ever not
lifetime.
done- have you?
I've never
last
not
time
done
you-
cardio.
Wow.
Yeah. But now I do like steps, like maybe at night if I like feel like it.
Active, like,
Yeah.
But you're doing like the Pilates and the Orange Theory. That takes up.
That's cardio.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cardio in it.
And I try to do like weekly steps because I do have days where I'm in the office more and I don't want to I don't want anything to feel forced. So like I don't want to me, prep is like, a prep mindset is like, oh, I only got 5,000 steps. I need this, so I have to go do it. For me, I'm like, oh, I got a low amount of steps, so I have to have a higher active day sometime later.
Yeah. Sometimes,
You know?
Yeah.
So that's
Or, like,
flexibility for
you'll
me.
balance it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Every day doesn't have to be perfect.
But
and
I
it won't
think
be.
like we're able to do that long term in a way because we've managed that force. We've built habits. We are able to like analyze like this is a low activity, this is a high activity day and make up for it. So I think there's a lot of times where people like have intentions
Yeah.
of the weekly average and they just don't know how to execute a plan.
Right.
And I think it makes it easier to, or not easier, it makes it us more aware of like those long-term habits and being able to hold ourselves accountable to like our life goals, and stay within a range and maintain things that are just healthy habits.
But I think that checking is good, like how I was saying with the body weight scale. Another thing is that I would add up my steps like for the first 2 weeks, and then I realized like whereabouts I have to be. Like if I have a lower than a 5,000 count day, that means I have to have, an 8, 9, or a 10 somewhere, so I don't know,
Balance
just
that.
checking and then awareness. But to get into our topic with life season,
Yeah, you and I have kind of already started that
I know.
topic. That's why I thought this would be like when we talked about this being the topic, I was like, this is so perfect because both you and I have like big life season updates. So it kind of like just bleeds right into the topic. So I feel like half of this has already us been covering life season and how we're handling transitioning to life season.
Yeah, just things we're discovering and like, wins and things that were maybe like challenges. One big thing that kind of started off my whole life season, I guess kickoff, was that I looked back at a graph of my, basically my reverses and preps through the entire year, just body weight. And so at the very beginning, my highest weight was like 165, 167 or something like that. And that prep, my lowest was more like 119, 118, something like that. And so the, what is it?
Delta?
The range.
Yeah.
The delta. I love that. The range was huge. It was like 45 pounds, 50 pounds. And then as you see the graph go on, it's like the range gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And now in like 2026, mine is more like 12, 15 pounds, which I thought was amazing to even
If you
just.
guys- we saw the scale or the graph, and it's like so cool to see. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it just shows like your experience as an athlete, your maturity as an athlete, and also to see someone not even as an athlete but just like in the health and fitness space, like you just like it's like you probably just like
Learned.
we learn over
Yeah.
time, and we learn what works and what doesn't, and
Yeah.
like we build these better habits and behaviors that like it's cool, like you literally can see it in data on
Yeah,
it, you
I
know?
loved it. It was so
Yeah.
cool. And it stopped me from being that scared person, because I think part of me was like, oh, the last time you just kind of, were in as long of an off season as this one, that was my 165, 167. And so I think somewhere in the back of my mind, even though I wasn't conscious of it, I was like, oh, if I go there, I'm going to look like this. I'm going to feel like this.
And I think you brought up have the trust and confidence is a huge part of it, because I felt very similar into like life season, because there were so many prep off seasons where I was like, I need to get back in prep because I'm just uncomfortable. My improvement season is just horrible because I just don't like the way I look. My weight gain is getting out of control, so we have to go into prep. And I felt like it's just such a bad way of managing it, and it actually, I think, gives a very negative relationship to the sport and food. And I think that's why a lot of people stop after like a couple seasons, and some of us are just crazy and keep going. But it speaks to like there's better ways to do things, and like there's good ways to live a healthy lifestyle or a fit lifestyle without having to do
Go back and forth.
extremes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd say the same. Like at the beginning, it was a lot until we learned how to manage things better.
And it just got better little by little, but it also happened so slowly that like that graph surprised me. Like I didn't realize, like I almost forgot.
Yeah, because in the day to day you don't see that.
No.
You're not experiencing it like that.
No.
And then it's like you have to take yourself fully out of it and like look at like, oh, over time.
Yeah, because even just the label of not being good at reversing, when I saw that, I was like, okay, if I looked at this for any athlete, would I think they were good at reversing? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they learned
the
over time.
improvement year over year.
The improvement. It's like the progress over perfection. Like, I thought it was really cool. I thought it's like such a data like example of like just learning.
Now I kind of want to do that.
And
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back and look.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all kind of have like, because was even thinking past to mine.
I don't
I'm like,
have that
yeah,
data.
my graph would look like this. I don't have that, like, kind of, I don't, you tracked it all.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
tracked it.
yeah, I don't have that, but, I mean, I have it tracked, but I'd have to pull up spreadsheets and, like,
Yeah.
I have
run a
it
report
like
and-
multiple things from different
Yeah,
coaches
yeah.
at different types of times. I have them saved, but they're in
Yes,
different
just
sheets.
areas.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
But that is really cool. That was, and like, even like, just like, I don't know, that, I hope that gives you confidence going into this season too.
No, absolutely.
Because I would say, like, if I were living like my own life and not like wanting a family, I would not be done competing. My heart struggles with going into a life season. Like, I love prep.
I think we should
love
define what life season is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
I think this is a good time to do that because we've been using that word a lot through this whole episode.
Maybe it's
Because-
just different for all of us,
That's
too.
what I'm saying. So yeah, I was like, listeners, us,
Yeah.
maybe we have different definitions.
Who's going to go
Can I go?
first?
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
the-
please.
Raise my hand.
I
I'll
think
be
that's
like, here's a good idea. Now you got it.
You're like, so?
I mean, I totally have not thought about this until this moment, so
Yep.
it's not going to be a very articulate answer. But do I ever give those? So I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, it's on brand.
Yep, on brand. Keely brand. I would just say life season, specifically like from shifting from in competitive bodybuilding, is like we're stopping being an active competitor. Like we are putting a like stamp of like we're done, and maybe that's forever. Maybe we've decided that competitors decided it's forever, like that's just that phase of their life is over, or that they're just pausing it and they just don't know when it will come back up again, when they will continue again.
Yeah.
And
Versus an improvement season.
yes, it's not. It's different from an improvement season. An improvement season is an intentional season where you are still working with a coach. I mean, hang on, we'll get into some other stuff later. You can have a coach during life season and stuff too, but you're still working with the coach. There's still this plan to grow. There's a plan to pick a prep soon in the near future, or whatever that future timeline looks like. But you just have a specific goals that you're working towards for when that next prep starts and the next time you get on stage. And life season is like you are shifting phases of life, and you are going into focusing on your career. Maybe you're building a family. Maybe you're just going to enjoy your family, like no actively competing. So it's stopping competing, whether that's forever or for just a long period of time, and not being I think that's my definition.
Yeah.
And I think I think that explains it really well. Because an improvement season you're not in an improvement season if you're just have no knowing if you're ever going to compete again. That's life season. Like an improvement season is very intentional. It's with all your training, all your eating and everything it has a little bit of a more room to like have a mental breaks here and there and some free meals and freedom, but it's very intentional too that you're getting back on stage. It might be 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 5 months, or it might be 2 years, but it's still dedicated. Life season would be like an undefined pivot to a different shift in priorities. And I think that was like, it's hit me pretty hard in the last little while of like, it's hard for me to step away from that because I don't want to say I'm done competing, but like life season's not an improvement season. Like I'm not executing feedback. I probably lost so much muscle.
Do you
the
feel like
last
you're
few
wasting
months.
time in a way? Like the time is not being utilized?
No, I don't think so. Because I think I've shifted priorities enough, but I think like there's a reason why I need to like kind of like you're already saying, like have a goal. I think like I feel lost without the intention.
Yeah.
And so it's like trying to like fix that intentionality to like my health and longevity.
Because it's about feeling good, and if you don't mentally feel good without a goal, then that to me is still a problem. Like it's the same.
I feel like I see it. I have not yet shifted to life season. I actually thought I was.
Yeah.
Last time I ended prep, I've ping ponged. I thought I was going into life season. It's something my husband really wanted me to do, and then as that time went on, I thought I was going into life season, but I wasn't mentally ready for life season. I wanted an improvement season. I wanted to prep again. And then as the time went on, my husband and I agreed, okay, we're going to do one more time. And so that it turned into an improvement season. And then we're going to prep one more time. And then we're going to truly go into life season. And so now I'm prepping again, and then this is the last time. Like, and I want it now. Like, and actually, I'm the opposite of you. I actually, I'm ready. Like, I wasn't, and I've done some work. I've just, like, some things have shifted in my life, and I'm now, like, I'm ready for. I can appreciate and love bodybuilding, but like I'm ready for a break. I need a break before it's not fun for me anymore.
Yeah.
And I've reached a point where I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like people are like afraid to say certain things, but it's almost not fun for me. Like, and it's only because I need a break. And I think that's when you should step away, when you get that feeling, because I don't want to ever leave bodybuilding with a negative taste in my mouth or a negative view. I want, and so like, I just know like this is gonna be my last time, and then I'm so ready for the live season, because my goal, I'm not gonna have competing as a goal, but my goal is to put all my effort and energy into like building a family, and it's like to just like create the mom I want to be, and create the wife, like just like to be this like certain wife I want. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you can do all that now while you're in prep, but your energy is
not
going.
the same.
It's not the same, and like it's to kind of like, you know, we're gonna be moving houses, and it's like to build the home that I want. Like, it's just these different goals
Priorities.
I have. Different priorities, and like I want to build this like adult home, and like this, you know, raise a little human, and like just kind of like just, I don't know, it's a different project, it's a different goal, and like that's my goal. And I'm still going to be this active, fit person, but like I'm ready to do that until, and then just like live life and be and exist, and then like when I miss it, or when I need a challenge and I need a goal, and like then maybe like come back to it and stuff. And like that's kind of like where I'm at.
I like leaving the door open, because it seems weird to the finality is that finality of it is scary, like to for anything, I think, to just say I'm never doing, you know,
but it's also kind of a necessary,
Yeah.
because like, do you need to put like a period, like
No,
a
you
done,
don't.
Yeah,
like a close
it's
the
like-
door, you don't, because you could just never do it again, or you could.
you don't know.
That's
why
We're
I
about to
cares.
find out.
No one cares. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying I'm retiring, because I'm not retiring from
Yeah.
competing.
temporarily.
Like, the door is still open, because my heart is still in it. And like, I think that is why I also chose to move to the life season when I did, is because I knew I wasn't at a burnt out point, and I knew, and I am so grateful I had the opportunity to see the level I could achieve. My competitive little heart's like, well, damn, now what else can you do? Keep going, girl, like you can do this. And so it's like, that's cool. I'm really grateful, because it makes me believe in myself, and like very grateful for the experiences I've had. But at the same time, I have to like be grateful, because it's that same process of like, I didn't want it to be where I pushed myself to a level where I looked back and I was like, I pushed off my family. I pushed off we got engaged, and we didn't even talk about like our wedding for so long. And we're like, why aren't we planning this? Like, we love each other and we want a family. And so it's like, that's when we had to put the timeline on it, like a last season. So I didn't talk about it much, but we did know this was my last season. I had a very hard end date of October, regardless of making to Olympia or not, because of exactly that, like not burning out and not pushing off. It was like a balance of like honoring this amazing hobby and priority in sport that I've been in, and honoring like my next phase of like my family. So it's like, don't push that off, but also like don't run yourself ragged with this. So it was kind of like a very hard decision. But it's like, I know it's a good decision no matter what, like both ways.
It's kind of like that overall balance of like just life overall, and just finding what works for you. Because yeah,
I don't know. Anthony and I always joke about like both of us coming back and trying to do Masters Olympia together.
Oh, yes,
cool.
I can
That
see
would be
that.
cool. I can
Like
that,
try like if we do it, we're gonna be like doing it together so we can like qualify together.
And a little, I almost said Kralovec. Oh my gosh, I was about to say a little Kralovec, and I was like, no, it
Then
would
we'll
be
be the
Dahara, right?
Yep, yep.
Like keep cheering in the crowd.
Yep. So, like that.
So cute, right?
So like that's I even told her Angelica is one of like a big inspiration of me. I mean, she was a Miss Olympia, went and had 2 beautiful little baby boys, came back and competed and like high level competed. And so it's just kind of like, it just goes to show, but she did step away. I mean, she kept training. And so I'm still training. I'm still training my glutes. So you never know. I like the idea of like, and that's why I think it's a really good name for this is life season, not retirement.
Yeah. No.
Because, or like closing the chapter. It's a season. It's a season of other priorities.
And I think it stresses us too, because we are people that kind of do what we say we're going to do.
Yeah.
And so to say something and then not do it is like jarring for my nervous system.
Yeah. Like I can't say I will compete again because if I don't, then I'm failing myself in a commitment.
Yeah.
But I'm also not saying that I never want to because in my heart, I
Yeah.
already miss it.
Yeah. No, exactly. I think on my last competition was the first time that I felt not as excited for show day. And I did get excited to go back into prep like all of January. I was like, okay, no, I'm going to do it. But then I just kept reminding myself of that feeling on show day where it was almost not the same. And it could have been because I did 3 weekends in a row.
That was a lot.
Honestly, it could have been that.
Yeah.
But just remembering that I wasn't like, there was just like 10% of me, maybe 5% of me that just wasn't as into it. And only you would feel it.
Yes.
Only you.
Yeah.
It's such
No one
a
else would
minor
tell,
thing.
and
No one could tell.
You know the difference of the excitement, the thrill, the passion.
Yeah.
It's like, I kind of tell, like I was talking to my husband about it, and it's like I love it still, but the fire, the passion it's less than it was.
Yes.
And so if that's happening, it is just time for me to like move in, to be passionate about something else for a moment until I think I can be passionate again. Or maybe my life goes in a totally different direction.
I don't know.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like it's the passion, the like fire, the thrill, like the
giving it your all. And I just know
Yeah.
how mad I would be if I ever did not give it my all, or like somehow like, that's
Yeah.
like, that's just not me to do something and not go
to
like
force
100%.
it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to like force it. Yeah, I don't know. I am. Yeah, this prep's gonna be an interesting one because like I'm ready
Yeah.
for that like next phase, and like there's little moments, like there's like just there's things like I don't know, there's just some like things, and I'm just like, oh, if I wasn't in prep, I could just like blah blah. But
I think that's why I didn't talk about my end date being October, because I didn't want myself mentally to let myself be like, it doesn't matter because I'm not competing anymore. Like I didn't want to give myself that mentality. I wanted to stay in the game. I wanted to be very like, I'm in this last prep all 100%. And so I like just didn't let myself like, it was like, this is just like any prep. Like it's all in. It's not different because have an end date.
Something that really helped me, when we went to the Fit Body Fusion Summit, and we like the parts where like they were talking about like life seasons and improvement seasons, and like some of the speakers had like long gaps, like 3 years off, 5 years off, and like
Children in between.
Like and I think something that makes this transition difficult, at least for me, is kind of like a lot of it of our identity, I think, is tied to the sport and the bodybuilding, right? Like, it's all we do. Like, it's just, it kind of becomes like who we are. We're a bodybuilder.
I think
right?
I texted you and I was like, what am I going to post? Like, I don't know what I'm going to, like, these, like,
I know I haven't been posting.
yeah, and I'm not a huge IG person out of everyone, but it's just like
on the wedding stuff for a while.
Yeah, I almost feel like people are like opening it and like they're like disappointed. Oh, it's just her dog again, or like me like going to whatever, like doing Pilates or doing something that's just not like as competition focused. Like isn't
I'll
this
still
crazy
follow you.
shreddy?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll still react to this.
I still love you.
Oh my god, that's funny.
But I don't know. It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
It is
to, like,
weird.
say
I thought
out
about
loud.
it.
You know, I haven't posted since November of last year, and I'm just like now, like, oh my god.
It took me a while to I stopped posting for a while too.
Yeah, I posted
weird.
a posing reel the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first post in a month.
Yeah.
Like, I've done stories, but
Yeah.
like kind of.
I've only been doing 1 or 2 posts a month. That's
And
so weird. I used to post daily.
That is
Like,
way different
do
for you. Like,
And I was like,
Yeah.
do you think I could post twice a day? Is that okay? I used to post so much.
yeah.
Yeah, and so like it's just like this identity
know.
for us, and so like to not have that, it is kind of like mourning a loss. Like it's a weird shift in a
Yeah.
way, and like
I actually literally, I'm so glad you used the word identity. I literally like, I think I've talked to you guys about this before. There's like something called identity role theory, like so IR theory.
Yeah.
And I've been really, really interested in that a lot lately because it just means, and I'm look that
I've
up.
heard it, but I haven't like dove into it. But
Explain it.
I don't.
She's
think
like,
I don't think I can explain it well enough right now. But like, it's something that it's like I find a lot of interest in because it just felt really the way it was explained to me. I don't know if it's like the actual way when you look it up, but like, it just like who you are as a person versus who you identify as, like who, like it's different. And so like what your role is as a person.
Is it how other people see you or no? Or what you believe your
identity is how
your worth is, or like what you
or like your label and versus like your role is like more like who you actually are.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's interesting. I've had a hard time. Like literally was talking to Anthony about my identity. I was like, I have identified to people, like when you introduce yourself and it's like, tell someone a little bit about yourself. And it's like, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a bodybuilder, you know, and that's how it's been for almost a decade. And so it's like, that's a large part of my adult life. Who am I now? Because it's also like the way, like even like with my career, like I'm not gonna like introduce myself. Hi, I'm an account manager. Like no one cares about being an account manager. Like that's not my identity. That's not who I am. It's just what I do for work. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like,
but you almost choose those things to identify with, because some people
it's a choice.
might have been like, I'm an account manager. That is like the best. You know what I mean? And they might identify more with that.
And for me, it's like that's just one of my roles. That's what I do as work. And so it's kind of like I've had to really think about like, I don't want to introduce myself as a bodybuilder because I'm not an active competitor right now. And it just feels weird. Like that's like,
I think you still can.
I
100%.
You're an Olympian.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like at least 5 years. Like,
you got.
Well,
Give cred.
I've been thinking more
I'd be like, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm an Olympian.
Yeah, exactly. With the crown.
Oh, you don't know what that is? Let me walk you through it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
But just like I've had to think about it. I've literally used the word identity of like feeling like I need to almost find myself again on like what I'm passionate about that's outside of bodybuilding.
What about like qualities? Like I would think like instead of being a bodybuilder, you're someone that is persistent, or you're someone that is hardworking, and those things can be tied to.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And so I feel like doing that might help just healthy mindset wise of like, I'm not this thing, but these are the things that I improved on or I built from this activity.
It makes like more who you are versus just like your label.
Yeah, it's more internal instead of externally based.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's like that's actually been like a big mental thing. I've been like working in like the background of things. That's kind of like been helping me in a way, but in a way I had to like stop and be like, maybe this is why I'm feeling this way. Maybe this is why I'm feeling lost, is because I've been leaning on my identity versus more like who I actually am. It's like a mask, you know? And it's like, who are you behind the mask or behind the label, behind the like.
That's actually so. I'm
like
now very interested. This like just turned into kind of like a therapy thing.
Yeah.
I'm now very
We like
interested
that.
to like dive into this actually now, because I have struggled with. I've always been very passionate about my career. So before I was in corporate before. And now I, run a business, and shifting into life season, shifting into being a mom and being like stepping into more of a nurturing role as a wife and a mom. That's extremely foreign to me. That's not like my wheelhouse kind of thing. And so like, it's like, I don't know, like it's like my identity is going to shift, or is going to, I don't know. It's like, I'm interested to explore this. Like, how do I describe, I don't know. It's like,
I've thought about that a lot too, because I am scared of being like, this is gonna sound weird, but I'm scared of being like full mom and not like have like my own okay, I just know that I will freak out. Like if it's just like
I have to have my own thing, and
and so just like reframing what I look like as a mom, as opposed to just trying to make myself into what I think a mom is.
Yeah, forming your own identity as a mom, and that's what I'm kind of talking about. Is like, what is that for me? What's my identity as a mom and as a wife and as whatever career woman I'm doing, whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think like sometimes it's easier for us to gain an identity than it is to lose an identity.
Yeah.
Because if you're gaining an identity and learning how to do a new identity, it's exciting, it's challenging, you can problem solve and learn into it. But like sometimes the loss of an identity is a little difficult because it's kind of like you have to let go. Maybe even before you've defined the new one. And so it's kind of like, it's an interesting feeling. And I didn't really expect, I guess. And so it's kind of like, I had to like allow myself like, okay, you can kind of like be like almost grieve it, but then like let it go.
Yeah.
It's like a normal
And it's a
part of the
process too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's interesting because it's like, I was like, I'm not sad, but I'm feeling sad feelings. Like, what? Like, I'm really excited about this new part of my life, but like,
there's still some loss here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's just kind of like, I have latched on to like even little things like, it might sound really silly, but like, wearing a sweatshirt, we look fairly normal as women. Like Anthony walking in somewhere, he can't hide it in a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like he's a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, I like walked in, I was like, I don't want to look average. Like if I go into the gym, like every time I've gone to the gym for years, it is very clear when I take my sweatshirt off that I'm a competitor. And I was like, I don't want to look average. I don't want to look normal. Like I have I worked so hard.
We're so opposite.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
I want to look normal. Yeah.
I don't want to look normal. I worked so hard to
You're
like not
you're
look
that
normal.
Impressive, like
Yeah.
I want to be
competitor.
impressive. Impressive would be the right word.
I'm like halfway in between. You don't want to. I want to look normal from here up, and then I
don't
still want
want-
my waist to be tiny and my
I
ass to
want
be
my waist to
huge.
be tiny. I think
But
I'm the same.
up
Like,
here.
I straight up got life season to me is I'm going fit models. That,
Yeah.
like, with the
Yeah.
big booty. Like,
Yeah.
I want a big butt.
Bikini
I'm not
butt.
saying I want to have.
a bikini butt and a fit model upper body.
I'm not saying I want to be like covered in veins and
Yeah.
like delts just pumped and popping.
Yeah.
I want. It's that difference of like
But we all have our different.
I've identified
What
as like
impressive is
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you. It's all different for each.
Yeah.
Of them. Everyone's gonna have a different.
my business card
look.
for myself has been visual.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
my you visually could tell like have that identity, that label, and that is going away. You know, looking normal takes away more of that identity just with visually of like when I walk into a room. You know what I mean?
Do you think your eyes are broken though?
Yeah.
Like in
Oh,
terms, you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like what we
Oh, yeah.
think looks normal. Because I like
Oh,
check in with
yeah.
my sister. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm getting like, do I still look like I work out? And she's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
She's like, you
No,
would have to
Our
gain.
eyes are
I
our-
100%
right?
think so
We're
because
definitely skewed. Like
I
Right?
feel like all my muscle is gone and I'm just very soft and I look normal now. Like that's just like where my
In
head
your
is
head,
gone.
yeah.
But like I just actually did a shoot for Die Try and Co. Did
Yeah.
these cute little new hoodies and stuff, and
they
it's
have
like
cute clothes.
They do.
Yeah, he's launched a whole new
Yeah,
women's
sorry.
apparel
Yeah.
line.
No,
That was-
yeah.
Little plug
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
He's code Lolo. Just kidding. Not kidding though. But like, yeah, I went and I shot, and I was like, right before the photo shoot, I was like, why did I agree to this? Because it's hoodies and sports bras. Like, there's no shirt. I'm gonna have to like, I don't have abs anymore. I don't have my body anymore. I don't want to be in this photo shoot that's going to be publicized. And I like had a moment of freaking out this week because I was going to go shoot for these, and I was like, I just want to wear the hoodies.
Yeah.
I'll go wear the
Yeah.
hoodies. But I put the sports bra on and I did it anyway. And I was like, in the moment, I was like, this isn't about you. This is like, this is about the brand. This is about other people. And I was like, told myself like, honestly, me having a more normal body is a good image for other people wanting to be fit. Sometimes I feel like people see like the crazy abs and they're like,
Relatable.
I couldn't
More-
wear those clothes because
Yeah.
my body doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
more relatable.
I'm more relatable. It's actually more marketable body.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I got some of the images back, and they were the edited images where like the lighting is really good and like the contrast is good and stuff. And like we just shot in the evening in a parking garage, and like I was like, my back, oh my god, my shoulders still look like that. Oh my god, like I don't have like my etched abs down the front anymore, but I still had like oblique lines and like little lines up here, and I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't
You're
see
a
that.
fit female.
Yeah.
I didn't see that or feel that. And so it
Yeah.
was like, honestly, I was like, I'm so glad I went and did that because it was
Yeah.
such a good reminder that
Yeah.
like even though like my little
This is
skin
you.
here and the little soft here, like that I would have absolutely hated in like all of any sort of fitness photo shoot. But it was like kind of a good reminder of like, no,
But you
that-
liked it and appreciated it.
that
You were like,
looked-
"It's good."
that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I look, in the best way.
Yeah.
Like that's good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that was it. Yeah, that was like a little thing.
Weird,
I was like, I'm just gonna have to get used to this. So let's go, rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was weird, but I was happily reminded of my back muscles.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
No, it's good. And it's a good reminder
Yeah,
that
that
you did work for that and
Yeah.
it is still there and all that work has not dissolved.
It's not gone.
It's not
Yeah,
gone.
no.
And
And you're
and
still training and keeping it. It's
Yeah.
like it's just
I like what you said. The reminder of like the hard work that I've done over these years is, or all of us have done, is like the things that you were talking about, like being disciplined, being like I know if like something is given to me, it doesn't matter if it's a diet or if it's a project at work, I can execute. I can follow through because I have proven to myself over and over and over again with really hard things.
Yeah.
So I always have to remember, no matter what, like, what if like I got in a car accident and I didn't have any legs anymore? Like, my body doesn't define who I am. Like, it's all these skills I've learned. That's who I am.
Yeah.
All the little pieces.
What you've built.
Yeah. All, for all of us, not just me.
No, seriously. Yeah. Because, I mean, sometimes I like to look at prep improvement season and life season as like, I have different tools for, I guess, each of those that I can deploy when needed.
Yeah.
I guess that's how I like it. Like, so prep is more of like that 100% discipline, the like, all or nothing attitude, like all of those things, but I can't overuse that. Otherwise I freak out. So it has to be like, oh, I'm a little bit more flexible in improvement season, but I'm still, dedicated in terms of making sure I'm sticking to the plan, that sort of thing. And then in life season, just being even more flexible, but also, creating balance, focusing on overall health. There's just like certain pros to each one and certain cons to each one, I think. And just taking inventory has helped me, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I would say it's not, there's easy parts and hard parts about switching over to life season. And
It's
I
a
think,
challenge. I guess we haven't really talked about that.
yeah. And
Really,
I
really?
want to, like, I think we've kind of made this pretty clear. I think even with what, like, you're saying, like, if you don't want to compete anymore, it's okay. Like,
Yeah. It's
you can stop.
yeah.
There's so much more to life and like things that to be excited about. But also, if your heart is still in it and it's not taking away from your life, you can keep going too, even if your friends aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I think we see like everyone, like it's like, oh, but everyone's doing it. But it's like, yeah, but that's your algorithm. That's your Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
That's your circle.
There's so
there.
many other people that are in a life season, that are in an improvement season. Like and so it's like that's just what you're focused on. And it like more people are not competing than are competing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, so
No, it's true.
kind of if we look
That's
at
what you look
percentages
at.
here.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, I've been there. I've thought the same thing. I've thought like, oh, but I'm not there anymore. I definitely don't have that mindset anymore. But I've been there where I was like, oh, but she's competing. They're competing. Like, I want to compete. I want to be in the action. I want to be in the, just the action. Like,
I think I'm still gonna have that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
right now, no
I
one's
still have
competing,
it.
right? Or like when Arnold
Oh.
happens, or when something happens, I'll be like, oh my gosh, like it'll
yeah.
just be a
I've been
little
seeing
bit of
pros
that.
prepping and stuff, and I see an update, and I'm like,
I think my issue is
I like
that,
stage videos. I'm gonna be excited about
huh?
just seeing everyone on
The
stage and the
stage.
stage videos and all of that'll remind
Yeah,
me.
I think the reason why I don't know. I feel like I'm a weird one that's just never. always loved improvement season.
you always
Yeah,
have.
you do,
It's just how I am. But also like I think it's also because I just know how much growth I need, and so I'm a realist, and I'm very like, I'm a realist to the core, and I'm very just like I just know how much I need, so I should just be growing, like because that's. And so that's why I'm like it's easier for me to stay in improvement season because like and.
Well, that's the season that you improve and grow as a competitor, like just overall.
for what I
that was right.
need.
Yes,
like I don't need.
Mine was stage, so
I don't
I'm
need
like,
to get
I
more
need to get back on
condition next
stage.
time. I don't
Yeah.
need more stage presence.
Yeah.
I need to literally add muscle. And so for me, it's a whole different thing just because of what I need, my physique needs. If it was different, if it was like, oh, I always struggled to get lean or something, I don't know, just something.
No, I didn't tell you. Yes,
Like
that's
then
on the
it
other
would
side
be,
of it.
it would be a
Posing,
other
stage
side. I'd
presence,
want to be in prep, and I'd want to show that I could get it'd be a different thing.
Or even just be able to prove to yourself
Yeah,
that you can do those things.
yeah, and so for me, it's just different, and I'm gonna be honest. I do truly wish I was still and a lot of people might ask me, like, I do wish I was still in improvement season. There it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might say, well, why not just stay in improvement season? And that's a valid question. That's a valid.
Because you want to prepare for a life season.
But it's just to answer that question, it's that timeline wise, it just works out this way.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking a risk. I am going into this prep knowing that, like, I don't believe I've built enough. Okay. Mm-hmm. And like, I just don't. And I'm going into this prep and this journey, this last journey, with a different goal. Mm-hmm. Is the goal, do I want a pro card? Yes. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of actually number 2 goal. And my first goal is, like, I want to just I want to prep again and enjoy this prep. Like, enjoy. And I want to have joy and I want to have passion again. And I want to, like, I just want to be, like, I just want to be present. Mm-hmm. I just want to be present and I want to, like, perform. My thing is stage presence. My thing is performing, and I just want to be the best, like, just do that. I want to market performance posing. I want to just have fun and, like, just be that, like, passionate, fun, like, competitor that like, and whatever happens. And, like, that's kind of, like, my goal. And so, like, I am going to this season, like, kind of wishing I was still growing, knowing, kind of believing that I didn't grow enough, kind of knowing that, like, that may mean no pro card. And, like, I know all these things, but I'm going into it with a different reason. And just that this is just what works out timeline wise for me, my husband, my future goals. And then, after we have a baby and we focus on some family stuff for a while, I can always come back. And I kind of do think I will come back, and I kind of actually think that I do want to shift into fit model. I'm going to watch the division over the next few years and see where it goes and stuff and what the look is and everything. And heck, maybe having a baby does actually grow my glutes. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes that happens for women.
No,
maybe that's what
your body changes.
Yeah. Like,
it's
that's a real thing. So who knows? Maybe I stay bikini, but I don't know. We'll see where the fit model division goes. And I honestly think if I come back, I'll come back fit model just because of how I want my body to look and walking around day to day and stuff. So
and your lifestyle.
My lifestyle and everything like that.
And this episode, by no means of us discussing transitioning to lifestyle, doesn't mean that, like, we aren't very focused and on competition and all things bikini and fit model. We're still very much involved. Kaylee and I are actively posing with people constantly and very involved in this and very excited about those who are starting their journey. And that's why we're definitely going to be continuing discussing all of the prep things and all the exciting parts about competing as well. I think it just really, really worked well with, like, our timing of current changes and setting a timeline and things to really discuss what transitioning to a life season is and the difference between the seasons. I think that's, like, a really important call out there. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make that clear.
Yeah. No, we're still watching all the things. We're all still very excited for Arnold.
Very excited. Yeah, we still love the sport and love watching it and being in the
We're sending each other reels.
Our friends, we've got friends that compete. We've got watching them compete and succeed and just we like the sport. We like as much as we like actively competing in it. We love watching it.
Yeah, and I think you and I were actually talking about this morning. That where we are, even as posing coaches, we're finding so much joy and passion in, like, building a client, like starting with them from scratch and, like, seeing their progression and just being part of the journey. Like, I am, like, loving that so much. Like, that part is so exciting.
Stepping away, that's why, I know, stepping away from actively competing, it almost, allows you to open up, more energy and more, to, help, teach and mentor and just, be involved, still in the sport, but, be
less athlete and selfish, but more coach and giving.
Yeah. I mean, because even to me, right now, I'm so busy, I don't really have time to, engage with, a lot of people online. I've really dialed that back, pulled that back, and, I don't really feel in the know. And there's a little bit of like, but I'd love to like kind of get to a point where I am kind of like, it's just, there's nothing about me. I'm just like, I want to like, kind of pay more attention to the people I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, or even your clients in general, and just like helping them achieve their goals and getting to their things. And like, I think even that's like a vision I even see with us here too, is like, we're here because we want to share all this experience we've collected over decades of experience together.
I want people to have like, I don't know, good experiences in the sport. Like,
like we did, honestly, like we did.
Like, honestly, like we, and share those and help like guide, whether that's information we give on the podcast, whether that's conversations we have in our DMs, whether that's clients, whatever that is, but like just be able to, I don't know, kind of share and
because I think it's pretty rare for all three of us to have such a good, journey and be able to step away and just like the healthy habits that we've learned, and maybe it's also through supporting each other through it as well.
And
so
transitioning by choice.
Yes. Transitioning by choice. Like none of us are like forced into going into our life seasons or whatever season. It's just
injury or finance or a heartbreak or like it's like we're all doing it because of positive shifts and feeling good about things. So
I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had
no, seriously.
I know. Every time we talk about like our age or like being older, I keep thinking about like how many of our listeners are older than us that are mothers and have like full families. And I'm like, I know we're not old guys, but
no, but we're getting to that stage where it's
we're
like,
that mid-level.
Also, we have clients that are like 12 years younger than us.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
but 30s is pivotal for women. Like that's when the geriatric
we're that
stuff
mid-level
starts.
of like we got to either get going or
his body's got to pop out of baby at some point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I think overall, we have a really positive outlook on life season. And so if anybody has any questions about life season, I feel like I'm an open book of sharing about it. I think it's really important to share experiences to make it better for others. So let us know what you're thinking and reach out to us if you need anything.
Happy lifing.
Yeah.
Happy lifing. I like that.
Thanks, besties.
See you guys.